This is 7 Days of XYZ, a YouTube channel where I explore a new topic every week related to companies and technology. And this week has been about what did the top investors of the world invest in 2018. I took a list of the 4 highest ranked VC companies in the world, and I basically looked at all the investments they did that were in the seed round phase. So around a couple of $1 million. But I kind of want to lift up 3 cases that I think are particularly interesting and kind of dig a bit deeper into these 3 companies. Another company that I think have a cool solution is AFI, and what they do is that they take the cameras that are already in a lot of stores, you know, these security cameras, and then they make it possible for people that have these stores to implement a software where the cameras can record what people put in their baskets and then have a cashier free checkout based on what people are putting in their basket. I think this is cool because both Amazon and Alibaba is investing heavily right now into new retail, and they're basically developing stores that are exactly like this. Like Amazon has a store where you can just go in and pick things from the shelves, and then when you go out it will be registered to your account, so you don't have to actually go to the cashier and pay. And I think it's interesting because I think it could have big implications for these kind of stores. So think about this, like right now stores only have open certain hours, and the reason to why they're open certain hours is because people in these stores need to work there. And the problem is that, you know, some people would want to go to the stores like very late at night or in the early morning, for instance, people that are working night shifts, but they cannot go now because it's closed. Like during certain hours it will be closed, and the reason to why it's closed is because it's expensive to have staff during the time where the store is not open. So I think technologies like this could lead to a society where stores are open longer hours than they are now. And obviously people that are working as cashiers might, you know, lose their jobs for this particular technology, which is something that we have already seen in, for instance, Sweden, where a lot of the supermarkets will have self-service systems for buying food. And the final company I want to uplift is a company called Brad, and Brad is merging robotics, AI, and are applying it for media. So what they're doing is that they have an account with a robot on Instagram, and this robot is kind of like an influencer on Instagram. It has 1.5 million followers, and it's making posts, and there's like pictures of the robots, etc., etc. This virtual influencer idea I've seen coming up in other areas too. Like there's one case I've seen in Sweden where a person that is famous have cloned herself to become a virtual influencer, and this influencer is like adjusted for the various markets that it is cloned in. So there's like one real person, and then there's like a lot of different bots for that person that are behaving similar to the real person but adjusted for the specific market. So these are kind of 3 I thought interesting cases that are in the artificial intelligence space that like if you have been following along during the week is definitely the biggest space that all these VCs are investing heavily in. And I think it's important also to mention that a lot of the other companies that are not even categorizing themselves as AI companies are still using, you know, machine learning and other AI tools for their business. If you thought this was interesting, please hit subscribe or comment below.